Hello there, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, the internet, and the like, and welcome back to Team Serious Sam, the second encounter. And where we previously left off, we had played the Tower of Babel, and now we are in the level which is called the Citadel, and it is the first level in the medieval era of this game. And already, starting off, we have a bit of a sticky situation, because over to the left we have that Zumb'ul creature. But maybe we could just go over here, pick up this chainsaw, and ignore the possibility of dying.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
And Sam is a lumberjack and he's okay, so that everything is good. I'm so glad that he also watches Monty Python. Anyway, this is the first level of the medieval era, and we are actually in a bit of a hurry right now because there is a timed secret in this level. We'll get to it when we get to it. There are a couple things that I need to explain about this time secret that are fairly important, but what you should know is that it's indeed timed, and also this dude right here can get a little bit confused if he sort of sees you and he's just sort of patrolling the area. Unfortunately, he can also shoot you at the same time, so we're just gonna try and maybe take this a little bit carefully, make sure he tries to shoot himself a couple times here and there. If you shoot that door, it blows up and it actually reveals a secret shotgun in there. It's a double-barrel shotgun. However, walking over here, there's also this guy that we need to worry about. However, if we get him trapped just in a little bit of a... unless he, of course, just manages to shoot him. I was kind of hoping we could trap him like we did with the other dude, but such is not the case, it seems. But if he keeps strafing back and forth, then you should be able to shoot at his feet for a while, and then he won't be able to react to that negatively or positively. And there are actually plenty of health pickups right here, so we can just go ahead and do that. The armor is really there just so that way we wouldn't die a horrible death immediately. And I thought there was a moon in the skybox, so oh, there it is. There's the moon. Okay, so the moon does exist. And we also have the 2 colts. So let's walk down this hallway.
Oh yeah, finally, some dark dungeons.
Well spoken, Sam. And this level, it's sort of semi-long. It really isn't too bad in terms of length, and it's definitely manageable. Obviously, the 2 levels after this are going to be fairly lengthy, but this one, I would say it's too long, so everything is good. And of course we have lots of medieval traps such as the Kilomatic. This room contains a few Kilomatic devices. Basically, their function is to pierce, cut, swash, and crush bipedal creatures like you. Avoid them at all costs. And fittingly enough, they also throw in a bunch of marsh hoppers, so for the time being, I'm just going to stand right here and wait for the marsh hoppers to come to me so that we can get sawed off by the chainsaw. Now, this level is particularly... this area, I should say, is a lot more scary and dangerous in the classic version of this game. In Serious Sam HD, the devices on, like, this crusher area, they, like... they pretty much just bounce you around. They don't exactly deal any damage to you. Now, in the second encounter, there's a lot more risk of being hurt. So, like, for example, basically, you can just get hit by so many different things. It can be pretty nasty. I took a lot of unnecessary damage right there, and I could quite possibly die right here because there is a secret right here. There's a secret.
What is this? Looks like a boxing glove.
KO glove, and the Trix actually had a message for us right there, but we had to kill the Reptiloid first. So, this is a boxing glove. I'll settle for the explanation that Metal put it here, just in case we are too curious. Remember, curiosity killed the cat. And thankfully, it did not with me.
Ah, it's just what I've always wanted.
Sam has a lot of things to say today. Bridge! We'll have to cross this bridge to get into town. Watch out, it's a 300-foot free fall if we fail. Try saying that 7 times fast. I would, but I don't really feel like it. It tricks up. And it started storming. It's just like the beginning of the first encounter, only we are in a completely different era. As it once you walk up here, it spawns a couple of these dudes, and they'll bounce up from little bounce pads on little ledges from below, and we can actually access those areas. For the time being, however, we want to take care of these enemies as quickly as possible, and of course there's a flamethrower right there. Once you walk forward, a couple of items will spawn. However, we want to take care of these secrets first, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. If we walk back here, there's actually some secret health, and we kind of need that secret health, so that's all fine and dandy. Now, on the other side, there technically isn't a secret here, but there is an enemy that will spawn if you pick up this health pill. which is that dude right there. And I believe maybe in serious mode or multiplayer, they might actually spawn 2 clear skeletons. I honestly cannot remember because it's been a while. And I don't really play serious mode on single player campaign all that much. Now, there is actually a sort of like an extra enemy right here, because once you walk forward, there's this little red marsh hopper, and he carries a serious damage power-up around with him. You want to kill him as quickly as possible, because once you do that, then that will spawn a couple of harpies and that biomechanoid. And of course, we don't really have the best weapons to be dealing with these enemies right now, but these clear skeletons will start running up towards you from the bottom of the bridge, and it's probably best that you wait for them to come here so that way you can burn them with the flamethrower. Eventually, that dude up there will spawn, and I kinda did a risky maneuver by standing still, and I sort of paid the price for doing that, which wasn't the best idea I've had all day, but at least we got the guy, so there is that. And by the time he cleared all the enemies, the serious damage power-up should have ended, and right here we have an extra chainsaw if we desperately need it. That apparently missed entirely, even though it looks like I distinctly hit his hitbox.
Time to inflict some serious.
Where's this guy? No. Where are you going? Silly Billy, stop. No. Yeah, I'm good at aiming with the pistols, as you can see. Now, this level also introduces us to these guys. Excuse me, I'm trying to explain to my dear viewers that there are new enemies in this level, and you aren't exactly helping. There's also a bowl around this corner right here. I might as well just walk forward and sort of explain as I go along. This level introduces us to new enemies, and these are the cannons. Now, if you remember correctly, in the City of the Gods level way back when, there was actually a secret cannon in one of the secret areas, and it would try to shoot at us. This level basically introduces us to these enemies. There's 2 different variations. There's a rotating cannon and there's a static cannon. This is a static cannon, so basically these guys will never move, but under certain triggers they will shoot at you. Like, right now they're not shooting at us, but once we pick up an item in there, which is where we have to go, and then we walk back this way, then they start firing upon you, and they deal a hell of a lot of damage. And they have a crap ton of health. For some reason, between this game and Serious Sam HD, they have a significantly less amount of health than Serious Sam HD. And that's probably for good reason, because look at this. Just, seriously, look at that. You probably don't want to stand too close to them either, because you'll probably get blown up in the face by the explosion. And right now, we haven't really come across any rotating cannons yet, but those are bound to appear sooner or later. And this is where we have to go. In Serious Sam HD, there's a secret down this little alleyway right here. If you walk down here, you walk back and you get teleported to this little area with an ammunition backpack, I believe. And that's a pretty neat secret. Before we go to where we have to go, we have these secret graves right here. If we use these secret graves, then what they actually contain, I might show off in a minute. But first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this golden cross. And we're going to run out and watch as this clear skeleton does an amazing trick right above us by leaping above our heads. And I'm going to go into 3rd-person mode because I'm scared and I really don't want to get hit by clear skeletons right now. It's not exactly on my to-do list, but the flamethrower is a really good weapon to use in this situation. So basically just run around, strafe, and burn the enemies on the occasion. And the flames, since you have serious damage equipped, should deal quite a lot of damage, and you won't have to worry about, like, constantly holding down the button. Now, there is eventually going to be spawning that dude up there. If I could actually hit him, that would be great. And I believe he's the only reptiloid that appears in this area, so that should be pretty good. So as I said, we have these secret graves right here, and these secret graves contain crow team heads. And I'm just gonna go ahead and, like, open up all of these. There's actually, like, maybe 1 grave over here that renders once we walk by, and it actually has a surfboard, and that's pretty awesome. I like that a lot. And these guys will basically just follow us around for a while, not really doing anything that productive. But still, they're crow team heads. I figure we should at least give them the benefits of not being trapped in gravestones forever. Whether or not they get in my way when I move away from this area is beyond me. I think they might just, once they all, like, say hello, their AI behavior is sort of similar to that of what we've seen previously. They'll all come by, they'll say hello, then they'll walk off on their own adventures. Or if they sort of get confused, then they'll just sort of start to walk back, and they'll kind of get in your face, and it's kind of annoying, so I kind of want to move away now. So now as we walk forward, we do have a bit more of ammunition spawning, and I'm gonna look maybe over there for a bit. No, I'm gonna look over here because there's this dude, and unfortunately the biomechanoid is taking care of all these protein heads. I would have preferred that he not killed them because I like protein heads. I think they're pretty cool. They're the ones that brought us Serious Sam's first and second encounter, so I don't really want to kill them. But you know what? The enemies, I didn't program them, so therefore it's their own damn fault that they programmed them in such a way that they would kill themselves, if that even makes any remote amount of sense. And right now I'm looking up here because I believe that there's this, I believe there's like maybe a rotating cannon or a static cannon that appears somewhere up in one of those towers. That shouldn't be our concern right now. For the time being, we're going to run in here and deal with some of these enemies. I kind of expect, I know there are going to be kamikazes in this area in just a minute. Yeah, there he is. He spawned a little bit late, and I wasn't exactly prepared for it. If this were Serious Sam HD, I probably could have switched my weapons quickly enough so that way I wouldn't get blown up in the face. However, that's not the game we're playing, you guys. We're playing Serious Sam Classic, and there are some subtle differences between HD and Classic, as you could probably tell. I mean, for one thing, it would be kind of nice if I had a rocket launcher right about now. A rocket launcher is all I want for Christmas. So maybe if I wish to the great Crotein gods, I will quite possibly get a rocket launcher and not get hit by this dude with lasers. And oh, look at that, there's a rocket launcher right here. That's really convenient.
Rocket roll.
Rocket roll! Oh yeah! I'm actually going to be using the rocket launcher against the kamikazes because I cannot switch to my other weapons in time to deal with the kamikazes appropriately. There is also some rocket ammunition here, so everything is good. Now, I do believe you want to be careful and not destroy this tree right next to us, because I believe this tree actually contains a secret inside of it, so if I could just remember what it is that actually spawns it, then yeah, there we go. Secret jumping plant has been activated. It's just another marsh hopper, and since we have a rocket launcher this time around, we can take care of that marsh hopper with relative ease. We don't have to worry about like burning him for about 10 seconds straight with a flamethrower. If you walk over here, you want to start running away because this dude spawns. And there's also a couple kamikazes. No minor biomechs anymore, just kamikazes, so you can probably use the shotgun to your own free will and advantage. And really, this is just about all you need to do. And then you can just walk over there, fire a couple more rockets at this guy. He probably won't be able to hit you if you just keep going your own merry way. Right now, I'm just checking to see if there are any secrets back here. I don't really remember there being any secrets in this particular section, but it doesn't hurt to check anyways. Going over here, there's a little health vial, which we could probably pick up, but won't really do much for us. Hey, dude, but he's just going to run away. Alright, that's fine by me. I gotta check back here. I think there's no armor power-up. Maybe I was mistaken. I don't think you could actually get into those really tight corridors. Maybe you could if you, like, rocket jumped over, but not by any other means. I doubt. Okay. I see that cannon out there. That cannon is my top priority as of the current situation. 4 sniper rifle bullets, and that'll take care of it. I think there's another one out there as well, although I don't have any sniper rifle ammunition left. We should be getting some more ammo relatively soon. Now, you do want to be careful when you walk over here, because this spawns a couple clear skeletons and also that pumpkin head. And this also applies to the other side. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up this armor. You want to be careful not to run forward immediately, because that does, in turn, spawn a bunch of nasty enemies, and that includes, but is not limited to, bulls. And man, I do not want to be facing bulls like this. I want to have at least a decent supply of rocket ammunition, and we also get some sniper rifle ammo, so that's pretty nice. So just fire a couple of rockets here and there, try to chip off as much damage as possible, then maybe switch back to the rocket launcher, deal with these guys with relative ease. So it's all pretty straightforward, just introducing this level of the next era, kind of get a sense of what the enemies you are going to be fighting are. And once you pick all this stuff up, then this spawns a bunch of marsh hoppers. And there's actually, I think there's a cannon out there that I missed because I'm pretty sure I just got fired upon and I'm a little bit scared right now. Just a little bit. Yeah, not sure if you can tell, but there's a cannon right behind us that's firing right now. Yeah, see, there, it's up there. I'm not sure if that will show up in the video, but he's definitely there. And it's a bit of a problem, so, oh. And then it spawns a whole horde of bulls, and that could be a bit of an issue if you aren't prepared. I missed my last bullet. Okay, never mind. And it looks like the church bells are already going off. I hadn't exactly planned for this, but you know what? We should be fairly close to that secret either way, so I'm not too concerned right now. So, for now, let's just focus on dealing with these enemies, and we'll worry about that secret later. And this is actually fairly manageable, it's just bulls. I'm kind of using third-person mode to a bit of a cheap advantage right now because I can sort of tell where the enemies are coming from behind me and in front of me. But, you know what, at the same time, I really don't care. Midnight Mega Secret enabled! Oh noes! We have to hurry now, you guys. We don't have much time. Kind of nice if I had some rocket ammunition. Alright, and you can see there's actually a red marsh hopper down there that has indeed spawned. And he's running around like a madman. There's actually two of them. Oh, how about that? Well, you know what? Looks like I can't really do anything about the current situation right now. I'm kind of trapped back here. And I don't exactly have much leg room, so... yeah. Like... oh well, looks like I got both of them at the same time, so everything is good. Okay, looks like I dealt with all the enemies, so... maybe I could just shoot at that dude for a while. I think there should actually be a secret back here somewhere. Now, since I'm a little bit late, I probably won't be able to gain access to the mega secret in time. Like the normal, traditional way, but there... yeah, Midnight Mega Secret disabled. Unfortunately, I was too busy rambling and I did not have enough time to show it. There is, however, another alternative method of getting this secret, and I will show what that is in just a minute, so... just give me a second once we get there. Ow. Hey, at least I dealt with the cannon. Give me credit for that. I don't care if his after explosion effect hit me. I got the cannon, it's all that matters.